It's another wonderful and windy day right here in Muskegon, Michigan, and you've come to the right place. You see, I'm standing at the roundabout on 3rd Street in West Western, right next to the Muskegon Together Rising sculpture by Richard Hunt. And while I stand here today, right next to the lake, I'm inspired to think about all of the wonderful people who want to start a business or be part of the change. I'm Craig Person, owner and operator of Blue House Manor and president of Blue House Investment Group. I'm inspired to consider what this sculpture means to me in the fact that I'm seeking, searching, and finding people that can help supercharge your American dream. All of that and more. This is Coffee with Craig. Welcome back to Coffee with Craig. Last week we spoke to an insurance agent who shared his amazing ideas for starting your very first business, getting enough liability insurance, and using the cash value of your whole life policy to start your dreams. This week we'll talk to a financial services company to help you organize your money so that you can start your dreams.
My name is Mike Farmer. I'm a CPA here at H&S Companies. Partner in the company. I've been with H&S since 2007. I do tax and accounting for my clients.
My name is Zachary Hunt. I'm a financial advisor with H&S's sister company, HS&C Wealth Management. We are a franchise of Ameriprise Financial. I have been with the company since 2018.
Can you tell us about H&S and some of the services that you provide?
If you're starting a business or have a business, it'd be a great client for us. We do a real good job with our business. It's just not doing accounting, but also doing planning with our clients. We deal with business accounting, business payroll, business taxes, as well as individual taxes. And that's how I met Craig.
Are we seeing people reducing staff?
They're keeping their staff right now. I haven't seen too many people downsizing because of that.
Zach, if I could ask you.
Sure.
What are people looking to do now with interest rates going up?
So there is a lot of people that will come to us to understand, hey, I want to go and buy this house, but here's the interest rate and here's my payment. Is that going to be something that is going to be okay for me to do with the lifestyle that I want to live going forward? How can I make this work? And it's really just throwing a bunch of math together, running some degree of a financial plan to help them show, here's how the math works on this, and here's how you can make that work, or here's how we can show you that maybe this is something that you decided yourself, this isn't what you want to do based on what it might take away from other things that you need to do financially.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So are you finding that people are, what are their patterns these days that you're noticing as a whole? Because I know everything's more expensive. So which area of the market are they investing in and moving their investment? Really,
it's more of a broader view of, they've seen the market, and back in 2020 and now we're experiencing year to date of, they understand the market doesn't just go up. So a lot of people, especially as they're approaching retirement, they're starting to see this and they're starting to feel this in their portfolios now that their portfolios are bigger than they've ever been. So they see these big declines and then they wonder, how am I going to make this work in retirement? Do I need to sit on the sidelines? But then again, is my money not going to grow for another 10, 20 years? Or should I keep investing in this? And then to what degree? So they have a lot of questions on, hey, I want to do retirement, but how do I do retirement if I'm expecting to deal with market downturns like we're dealing with right now? So the biggest things that we actually look at is, their tax rates. Tax rates now, tax rates in the future, Tax Cut and Jobs Act, once that's done in 2025 being the last year. There's a lot of things going on with where's their income going to be coming from and how do they kind of legally manipulate their income to make sure that they're reducing taxes as much as possible, but also making sure their portfolio isn't too extended for their future liquidity needs.
What's the best way to get a hold of you?
So great. Phone number here is area code 231-798-1040, like the tax form, 1040. My personal email is mikef@hscompanies.com. We're located at 4985 Harvey Street. We're just north of Target in front of Goodwill.
Same location. My email address is Zachary, ZACHARY, .HUNT at A as in Apple, M as in Mike, P as in Paul, F as in Frank.com. My phone number is 616-456-6550.
Do you own a company with 5 or more employees that did business on or before the pandemic and whose business was affected by COVID? Regardless of obtaining a PPP or EIDL loan or grant, your business may qualify for a special government tax program that could provide your company or nonprofit with thousands of dollars per employee, and this opportunity is available for a limited time. It costs nothing for you to find out if your company qualifies for this limited offer. Simply call Blue House Investment Group at 408-657-6285, and our representatives will be glad to answer your questions free of charge. Time is running out, so call today. Welcome back to Coffee with Craig and our new segment, In the News. On July 18th of 2022, MLive reported that a grant of up to $10,000 is available to Muskegon County residences for home repairs. Homeowners who need lead paint removal, bathroom installation, and mold and pest remediation are encouraged to apply by calling Community and Neighbor Services at 231-724-6717. That's 231-724-6717. Teachers are so important to our community and often provide supplies to their students at their own cost. So I'm proud to announce that the Community Foundation for Muskegon, under its Youth Advisory Council, is providing up to $500 to teachers to help supplement with supplies and enhance their curriculum. In order to apply, you must do it before October 28th, and you can go to the website muskegonfoundation.org/grants to apply. Now, in our next segment of our show, we'll be covering a really amazing business on Pine Street.
I am Beth Smith. I'm the owner of Pine Street Mercantile in the old Northwest Auto Supply building. I think that's how most people would recognize the green building at the corner of Pine and Muskegon. We've been here for 3.5 years, and it's just a pretty fun vintage store.
When I walked in the store, just looking around, there's so many goodies. You have a great eye.
Well, thank you. I have vendors that have good eyes, really.
And the one thing's remarkable right off the bat is all of the chandelier I'm looking at. Can you tell us about some of them?
Well, most of our lights, our chandeliers are vintage. One of my vendors, Lori, she loves lighting. She is a retired engineer, so she rewires them when need be,
wow.
Which is something that a lot of us don't know how to do, and that really is a plus to be able to do that herself. So she travels all over West Michigan picking up those sad chandeliers from private parties. They're pretty remarkable when you walk in, and there's all these crystals and it's bright light. And we also have back here, we have a lighting corner. So all of our lighting, we have to light the store, but back there we have kind of a dedicated lighting corner. We have some mid-mod lights back there, lamps, really nice lamps and such. I mean, that lamp right there is pretty remarkable.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, really, that's a statement piece right there.
Well, you know, I've done a lot of international travel, and when you go to a place like Sweden or Denmark, all of this lighting just plays such a role in keeping their spirits high during a harsh winter.
That makes sense.
So now that I'm in Michigan and I'm seeing all this lighting, it reminds me on some of these dark days how nice it is to have this high-end lighting that you can come here to the Mercantile and look at and buy.
There no longer exists a lighting store in town. We used to have one, and it was a really lovely place. They went out of business probably 12 or 15 years ago. So it's kind of nice to have a place where you can go to buy some unique pieces.
Well, I'm looking around at the store and I see you have clocks, you have all sorts of glassware, furniture. So do you have some favorite pieces that you can spot and eye from here?
Well, over here against the wall, I don't know if you see that bed. That's a hand-painted bed. For the most part, what you find in here is legit. It's it has some years on it.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
important to us. That's real important to us.
And it's nice that you're giving it a second, third, and fourth life.
Certainly COVID, because of supply chain issues, COVID really upped the game for stores like ours, because if we have something in the store or you see it online or on our social media and it's here, you can have it today. We're not going to tell you, well, you can order it and have it in 3 months or 6 months. It's you take it home today.
Yeah, the space is really organic. It feels really good, and there's just so much to look at and think about when you're walking through the store. I have a feeling people would come in with one idea in their mind and leave with another when they come in.
I would say you're right. We've really tried to kind of have some zones almost. So we have a rustic area and a traditional area.
Oh, okay.
Then we have our boutique with some really cool thrifted clothes and accessories and that type of thing. And that place, that area is hopping. On a Saturday, you can't hardly move around in there. It's very popular. Really nice shoes and boots. And then we have then this area kind of is a house. So we kind of have it set up like you would a house. And then this is our mid-mod area, and of course our boho area. We have some people that don't like the word boho, but boho is hot and happening. We try to keep it interesting. We do our Wednesday night live sales, 7 o'clock on Facebook every Wednesday night, and we sell about 70 things
Oh, wow.
every week for the last 2.5 years.
Well, I'd like to encourage everyone who's watching to not only participate in the online sales on Wednesdays, you also have classes on the weekends.
Sometimes, yep, and
Sometimes.
that'll be on our social media pages under events.
Oh,
What we have, and then our Christmas open house is November 2nd at 5 o'clock, and then that whole week, Wednesday evening, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If you need to get into the Christmas spirit, this is the place you want to come.
There's a little girl whose mother used to work at a bank right down the street from here, and that bank has since closed and the building has been basically stripped. But she now has become an attorney, fell in love with the building, and has decided to do the remarkable, which is to redevelop it. Imagine that. So I'd love to share this interview with you, and here it is. Let me introduce to you Brianna Scott.
My name is Brianna Scott. I am a local attorney here in Muskegon, Michigan, born and raised. I'm a product of Mona Shores School Systems. And I have an office right here in downtown Muskegon on Apple Avenue, where I've been practicing since 2005. And before that, I was an assistant prosecuting attorney in the Muskegon County Prosecutor's Office.
Wow, do you serve on any boards?
I serve on a lot of boards. I just so happen to also serve as a member of the Board of Trustees for Michigan State University, which is my alma mater.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. And we're standing in front of this very interesting structure here in downtown Muskegon. Can you tell us about it?
Well, this is 881st Street, which has a huge backstory for me personally. It used to be a former bank building, the Ameribank building. My mother actually started off working in this building when it was Muskegon Federal Savings Bank.
Oh, really?
I spent a lot of time in the vault as a child. So I grew up, in this bank building. And I think it is really cool that the story has come full circle, that I had the opportunity to come and try to develop it and bring it back to life here in Muskegon.
You know, I got chills hearing that, because you never know what you're capable of, right? You never know how life will twist things around and you'll end up being the developer of a project like this. Can you tell us what you have in mind?
Well, I have grandiose ideas for this building, right? But we have to temper those with the economy that we're living in. So at this point, what you see is a rendering on the facade of this building. I can't tell you that it's going to come out looking like that, but we will have a beautiful multi-use building. We will have apartments and maybe even condos on the top 2 floors, which will be executive level. We will have a rooftop amenity for those that live here, and that can be rented out, which will have an outdoor kitchen area, seating and green space, as well as a rooftop on the 2-story building that is aligned to this. We will have on the first floor some availability for common usage by those that live in the building, but Also, for the public, it is a windy day. Also, for the public to enjoy the building as well, we will have a underground parking, which will be heated storage facilities, a dog grooming station. I'm even attempting at some point to have something like a mini Meijer, like grocery store on the first floor. So I have a lot of exciting ideas for this space, for the community.
I think that's really exciting. There's not a full-service supermarket downtown, so the fact that you would think that far ahead and make sure that people have a place to shop locally inside there is going to be phenomenal.
Yes, exactly. It is a food desert down here, so it is much needed, and like I said, I have an office down the street, so I can use it as well, and I think that this is something that the community has been wanting for quite some time.
No doubt about it. Everybody wants to know what's happening with this building, and it does take time to put things together, doesn't it?
It does. Unfortunately, no one could have accounted that COVID would happen when we foresaw what we wanted to do and went into this initially. Prices have increased because of COVID. I think anyone that is in the building sector, whether it's residential or commercial, can appreciate that the prices have increased. So our performance and things changed from the very first time that we started on this to now. But we've got things in line. We've received an MEDC grant of $3 million, and we have some other grant funding that we're going after, and we're ready to go. So
I love the idea that you're ready to go. You know, it's phenomenal when we see minority involvement in the development of our town.
Yes.
And on top of that, you're also a woman. And that's a big example, shining example to so many little girls and little boys that are out there.
Yes.
How does that feel for you to actually be a participant in the development of downtown?
That was important to me, and let me say, this building is all minority owned. I'm a 50% owner. Joel Ferguson, who is also African American and a major developer all over the state and throughout the country, is the other partner in 881st Street. This will be the first development of this size commercially that a person of color, let alone black, and a woman will have in downtown Muskegon. And I think it is time for some social equity, commercial equity in downtown. I think that this story will hopefully empower and inspire others that anything is possible. And this will be the first of many for me. I'm not going to stop here. So,
hey folks, I've got friends over at WZZM, but more importantly, I've got friends that watch this nationwide. I really think this is a national story of something so amazing happening to our town, and for someone like you to come in and show that you can be an attorney, show that you can come in and redevelop our downtown, and have such a beautiful vision for what's possible here. In fact, you make me want to live here.
Well, I'm going to live there. I'm going to have one on the top floor, so that's a done deal for me. I'm certainly going to continue to have my residence because I've got dogs that need space to run. But I plan on coming down here myself, so I'll probably be down here living part-time. And this is the place to be right now. You see the development, everyone recognizes this has been a diamond in the rough for 15 years, and people are coming now from out of state and other areas recognizing what we've known all along, and that is that Muskegon's got a lot to offer.
Well, I hope I can convince Brianna to kind of let me cover some of the development that's happening, because watching this building turn into what your vision is will be very exciting for all my viewers to watch it happen.
It's exciting for me, and so I welcome that, Craig.
Awesome.
Yes.
Listen, if people want to know more about the building or about the services you provide as an attorney, how can they find out more?
Well, obviously, as an attorney, it's under my name, Brianna T. Scott and Associates. Again, we are on Apple Avenue, 75 West Apple Avenue. www.briannascott.com is that website for more information about my law firm. I am also an MSU trustee, so if anyone has questions or would like to contact me in that role, my email is scottbree@msu.edu. And if it is concerning this beautiful project here, yay, then they can reach out to me at 881ststreet.com.
Awesome. I really encourage everyone to come down and take a look at the building, watch it being developed, come take note of all of the signage out here, and if you're looking for an amazing place to rent, or there's a short,
come be my neighbor.
Come on in and find out if you can lease, rent, own, or whatever offerings they're offering here. Well, it's been a long day, and I appreciate each and every one of you. If you're considering starting your own business, the best way to start is go down and get your LLC, then go and get your EIN number from the IRS website. Look at some of these folks who have decided to start their business in Muskegon. That could be you. Well, I'd like to thank you again for joining us here at Coffee with Craig. Your viewership means a lot to me. Next week I'll be taking a week off, so in 2 weeks expect a brand new Coffee with Craig. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Coffee with Craig.